Hey, what's up? Razor here with a brand new episode for you. In this episode, we'll do a short basic courseplay tutorial. Nothing real advanced, just information on how to record a basic route, but we will show how to add crossing routes, which is kind of advanced, but something you should learn to use early on. We're going to record a route across the north side of Field 66 on Pleasant Valley to the farm at Field 35. This is the Courseplay interface. Across the top are icons that represent different tabs in Courseplay. The first tab is the main control panel. We'll come back to this tab in a minute. The second tab is the Course Management tab, which allows you to organize and select various courses you've recorded. The third tab we'll look at is actually the fifth tab, the Speed Limits tab. Here you can adjust the speed that your vehicle will use while operating on your selected course. The next tab is the Settings tab. Here you can select how you want Courseplay to open once you enter a vehicle. You can select either right mouse click or Control plus Delete. Show Waypoints lets you select how your waypoints are displayed, either just the start and end points, the start and end points without the crossing points, show all points, or show no points. For this tutorial, we won't go over the other options on this page. The last tab is the Driver Settings tab. You'll use this for working with other vehicles, like offloading a combine. We won't use this today. Back to the control panel. Across the bottom are icons that represent the different modes you can set your worker on. It's important to note that whenever you put a worker on a route, the correct mode needs to be set to let the worker know what he is doing. If you set him on point to point when you need him to fertilize, he won't fertilize, but will just move to the last point in the course. The first mode is grain transport, transporting grain or fluids to a drop-off location. The second mode is the combine offload mode. We use this when we offload a combine into a tipper. We use these first two modes as well as the fieldwork mode most often. The third mode is the overloader mode for offloading an auger wagon into a tipper. The fourth mode is fertilizer and seeding. The fifth mode is point to point. You would use this if you just want to send a tractor from one field to another. The sixth mode is fieldwork. We use fieldwork a lot. We use fieldwork to do any work in a field that doesn't already have a mode. Use fieldwork to mow, windrow, ted a field, bale, pick up bales, use a forage wagon to pick up grass or straw, etc. We won't discuss the last of these modes in this tutorial. You won't use them as often as you use these first 5 or 6 modes. When you're recording a course, it doesn't matter which mode is selected. The modes only tell a worker what type of work you expect it to perform when it's on a recorded course. So to record a course, you click on the Control Panel tab and simply click Record a Course when you're ready to begin. The speed of the first and last points are recorded, so if you don't want your workers to slow down when they start and end, be moving at the speed you want your workers moving when you click the Start Recording and Stop buttons. The buttons that pop up once you start recording are Stop to stop the recording, Pause to pause the recording, which you'll see me use in a minute. The P is to set an actual pause point in the course where a worker will wait until you tell him to proceed, or you can set a time limit for this pause. The X in the triangle is a crossing point. These are used to transition from one route to another. These crossing routes are imperative to keep your courseplay file from getting so large that it crashes your game. I would recommend learning to use crossing routes as soon as possible, especially if playing on a large map. The upside down U is if you want to perform a turning maneuver. We'll get into that in an advanced video. And the last button is used when you want the worker to back up. Just click that button when you want to start backing up, but don't forget to push it again when you want to resume in a forward direction. When we make a right turn at the T crossing at the racetrack, we'll click the X in the triangle to place a crossing route. This will allow us to join a route that comes from the south, our left in this video, to our newly recorded route at this location. We'll place another crossing route when we make our left to the dirt road on the north side of the racetrack. This will allow us to join any routes coming from the north or south on this road on the east side of the racetrack. When you start recording a route, you'll see little colored boxes being placed in the air above your vehicle. These boxes are data points that Courseplay saves in a courseplay.xml file within your farm's GameSave folder. These data points can be edited in the XML file. These points save information such as coordinates, speed, and direction. When we get to the next intersection just past the speedway, we'll click the pause button and take a look to confirm we want to continue straight instead of turning left. As we drive ahead, we decide we'll go ahead and continue straight, make a left into the farm, and place another crossing route as we turn into the farm. So if we have a route coming from the opposite direction that we want to transition into this farm, it will be a smooth transition. Be sure to get lined up closely to the points you've already recorded and be moving at a regular speed when you click pause to resume recording. Also, be sure to be somewhere past that last point you recorded before resuming. After resuming, we're going to place another crossing route just past the intersection in front of us. While you have the Courseplay interface open, you won't be able to free look, so be sure to get a decent vantage point when you start. You can also close the interface while you're recording, adjust your camera view, and then reopen the interface. And we'll turn in and set a crossing route there. And this route will end, I think we'll end it over here, kind of out of the way. Right about here. When you end a route, a stop sign will pop up above the last recorded point, letting you know where the route ended. Here you need to click the disc icon in the top right so you can name the route. Once named, click the disc icon to confirm.